A very good afternoon to all the students. Today is a very special day because we are going to do a very important thing which is from your JIGL perspective, your jurisprudence, interpretation and general laws. Now before I start, I would request you to like the video and share it among your friend groups also. Now why sir? ICSI has issued the supplement sheets where they have repealed three major criminal laws. Okay, whether it be the Indian Penal Code, your CRPC, and your Evidence Act, these collectively used to have 25 marks in your paper, 20 to 25 marks in your paper, and I am covering this everything from the ICSI study material, the latest study material in depth. Okay, and I can guarantee you it is covering every single example, every single concept in extreme detail in a fast paced manner as well. Okay, so are you all excited to learn? This is a series, this is the day 3 of the criminal laws. I have already covered 2 parts, so in case if you missed it, you can go ahead on YouTube and check the 2 parts and also cover. Okay, and cover 25 marks of your GIGL subject with me. Okay, and also I'm very happy to inform that we are the only classes which has taken marathons in for CSEET, CS Executive, CS Professional in English. And this time for the June attempt also, and for the we'll be taking marathons in English for CSEET, CS Executive and CS Professional. Okay, so all set to go, ready to learn. Okay, so we'll be learning something about criminal laws, which IPC has been replaced by the BNS Act, and we are doing the continuation. Now before I start, can I have a excitement in the chat box please? A GTG in the chat box, everyone. Okay, I'm covering such an important topic, 25 marks entirely for you, and the full 100. Get ready for it. Sona, great. Okay, I'm looking into the chat box. Type, I'm covering this, and also for the first time, this notes I will be giving you all for the students who are attending regularly. Okay, so and responding also. So is there any physical marathon for June attempt? Kathy Oli, remember one thing, that I will be conducting physical marathon, but not for the June attempt. For the June attempt, I will be having only online marathons. Okay, Soumya, great. Maddie, great. Okay, great. Okay, so keep your books open, your ICSI study materials if you have, that is great. If any student has enrolled with us, they will get these notes as well. Okay, and for the students who are regularly following up, commenting, messaging and showing the love, I will share the notes of these 3 criminal laws also with you. Okay, after I have completed. Chalo, let's begin. Okay. Hi. So now we begin with the next part of the BNS Act. The next offense that we will be covering in the BNS Act is your criminal breach of trust given under your section 316. Now from the name itself, it's a most important word to connect, to understand the offense is trust. Tell me one thing, how does it feel if someone breaks your trust? Very bad, yes or no? Now can I say only a person who you knew, who you have trusted, given confidence, only that person can break your heart? Yes or no? Everyone, can a stranger ever break your heart? Answer is no. So first, in order for this offense, the person will be known to you. The person will be either your agent, could be your partner, could be your employee, could be your boss, could be anyone, but that person was, you trusted that person, and that person broke your trust, and it will come under section 316. Okay, let's see. Now what is the offense? Let's read it out. Criminal breach of trust. So first there will be a entrustment. Entrustment means you will give someone, you will entrust someone, endow on someone certain belief. I am giving you the goods in a matter of trust. So I'll take an example of a principal and agent. The principal said to the agent that take these goods, sell it in the market, whatever money you come, give me back the money, I will pay you salary. Principal, agent, employer, employee. Now what happened is when I gave the goods to the agent, I entrusted that person with property or any control over the property. Dominion means what? A control over the property. I gave any control over the property, and entrusted means what? You trusted someone with your property. And what did that person do? He went and he sold in the market, took the money and he ran away. That broke my heart. An employee who was there for 10 years with me today did a fraud and ran away. So that guy has done a specific offense which is breaking of trust, So what happened? There is a entrustment. I trusted him. I gave him some control over the property. And what did he do? He dishonestly misappropriates or converts to his own use that property. And he kept the property with himself. He sold the property, he kept the money with him. Okay. Or dishonestly uses or disposes of that property. So what did the agent do? He sold a property, did not give me the money and he ran away. So he committed a crime called as breach of trust. Why? Because whatever I had done, he did in violation of the directions of law. He could not sell it against the legal contract, or he has willfully suffers any other person to do so. Means he willfully allowed any other person to dispose of my property, sell it in the market, etc. So he along with someone else is also covered. When I say willfully suffers means what? Willfully allows any other person to do so, commits a breach of trust. Okay. Now again, if we understand what is it, whosoever is entrusted with property misappropriates the property and converts it to his own use in violation of law or an agreement, or he is allowing others to do it. Allows or suffers another person to do it. Suffers here means allows. Let's take examples and you will understand this better. Now we are understanding examples of criminal breach of trust. The employer is doing breach of trust. For example, my employee, I was every time deducting PF. I was deducting what? Provident fund contribution from him, or I was deducting his pension. Okay, some amount I was deducting which would be given to him in pension, etc. Let's call it provident fund. Now it is the duty of the employer to put it into the correct fund and in his account. I do not do that. I put it in my pocket only. So this is a breaking of the trust of the employee. The employee trusted you. He knows that you are giving him the money. This money should have been put in a proper fund. Now we had the Provident Fund Act, but now it has been repealed. And now instead of that, we have the Code of Social Security 2020 that is there, which has replaced the Provident Fund Act 1952. So a person being an employer of an establishment, whether exempted under this or no, who deducts the contribution. I deducted the contribution, but I default in payment to the main fund. So to the actual fund, I did not transfer. So this is obviously a clear case of dishonest move. Second example is also same, that employer is there, he deducts the contribution of the employee, okay, as per the Social Security Code on Social Security. These are the new labor codes that have come in, okay, which is in place of the ESI Act, the Insurance Act which was there. In place of that, we have the Code of Social Security 2020. I deducted the contributions and I did not pay it to the fund that law had created for the employee. So this is a clear-cut breaking of trust. Let's take another example. Okay, we are seeing with the help of examples. Here what happens, the trust is broken. Trust is broken. So obviously whenever the heart is broken, we always have trust issues after that. Okay, so law has put it as a crime to do it. Violation of a will. For example, I had kept my uncle that listen, the will should be executed in this way. After my death, the property should go like this. What did the executor of the will do? What did the uncle do? He transferred all this property in his name. So again, he did breach of trust. Any beneficiary can file a case on him saying that, listen, what did you do? You had to do it according to the will, according to the document what was given. You did not do. You transferred it, appropriates it for his own use, commits criminal breach of trust. Next, I had put goods in the warehouse. So I had entrusted the warehouse keeper with my goods, with my furniture. What did the warehouse keeper do? He sold it in the market and kept the money with himself. So what did he do? He broke my trust. He commits a crime called as criminal breach of trust. Now, what is the essence of the importance of this offense? Essence of the offense. First thing is there must be a dishonest misappropriation and conversion to its own use of another's property. So first of all, there will be a dishonesty. They say that I trusted you, you were dishonest. So dishonesty is the first criteria, and second, he did it for his own benefit, is a criminal breach of trust. Now again, we'll just break it down to understand the essentials and learn the concept in depth. So the essential ingredients of an offense of criminal breach of trust is as follows. First of all, there will be a trust with the property. I trusted you with my property. Entrustment of with property. I gave you control over the property. I gave you dominion over the property. And I trusted you, and what did you do? You dishonestly, you made it for your own use. Okay? In violation of the law or the contract. Clear? Simple. Next, now we will see few case laws. Case laws also are very, very important. Okay. First one, in the VR Dalal versus Yugendra Nanaji Thakkar, it was held that if there is no entrustment of property, if trust is not given first, then this offense cannot be done. First trust will be there, and in the second part, the trust will be broken. So first element is what? The first ingredient is that you have trusted someone, allocated someone, assigned someone to do the work with your property. Then in the second, that guy broke the trust, entrustment is missing. If I have only not trusted you, a stranger comes, takes my money and runs away, that is not criminal breach of trust. My brother, who I trusted him, I had given him my purse, he took the money, then he broke my trust. So entrustment is missing, then it will not be criminal of breach of trust. So we can say that for criminal breach of trust, trusting is the first aspect. Second aspect is breaking of the trust. Another example is Shridan property misappropriation in the Pratibha Rani versus Suraj Kumar. Now what happened is, Shridan is the Stri means the girl. The girl, after she gets married, she gets a lot of property, a lot of gifts. That's her gift. Nobody can take it from her. That's called as Stridan. Your money that you receive in marriage, after marriage as a gift, is your gift. Nobody can take it. Now what happened in this case? The Stridan was taken away by the mother-in-law, and she was not ready to give. And the mother-in-law sold it in the market. So there was a trust. My Stridan I had given to the mother-in-law to keep it in her cupboard. She sold it. So it will amount to criminal breach of trust. Guilty of criminal breach of trust. She entrusted her in-laws with the Stridan, and the in-laws misappropriated for their own use, took the money for their own use. Next we see the third case is Unkar Nath Mishra versus State in two distinct parts of the offense. As we saw, first will be there are two distinct parts. One is creating an obligation over a person by trusting them with your property, and second, then they dishonestly misappropriate it for their own use in violation of the terms of the law, etc. Next, check as a property in Surya Lakshmi Cotton versus Rajveer Industries. Same concept. I had given you a check, a blank check. I said you put it with my name and withdraw and give me the money. What did he do? He put his own name and he withdrew it. He did not do as per the direction given to him. So a check is considered as a property. Obviously, it is a property, movable property. Money is also property. If misappropriated, someone misuses the check other than the purpose than what it was handed over for, then the person commits criminal breach of trust. Next, no vicarious liability of the company directors, SK Alga versus State of UP. Now, very interesting scenario. Let me ask you a question. Now, the person, okay, now there was a customer. The customer, what did he do? He gave the deposit, advance money. He gave advance money to the company. So the customer entrusted his money, his property with the company, and he expected that the company will give him in return goods or service. Now, in this example, the company failed to give the goods and services. Now, the customer got very angry. He said, I will file a criminal case on you. And obviously, on the company, you cannot file. So, what did he do? He filed on the directors of the company. Will it be valid? Will it be valid that, listen, you are responsible for the company? They said, no. This is a criminal act, is direct. Intention should be there. If there is a service defect, this defect, company can be sued, okay, for civil capacity, etc. When the directors don't have mens rea only, they cannot be held liable. So what did they say? That the director or an employee cannot be vicariously liable for the offense committed by the company. So who has done the mistake? Company did the mistake. Automatically, directors cannot be held responsible unless there is lifting of corporate veil, proof that there is fraud, etc. by the directors. Other than that, company has the potential to sue and be sued. Next, we go to see analysis of the cases of breach of trust. Now, first of all, you tell me, criminal breach of trust is given under which section? Under which section is criminal breach of trust given? Very good. So, section 316 is criminal breach of trust. When we break it down, there are 4 essential requirements to be fulfilled in criminal breach of trust. 4 requirements. First is there has to be a relationship of trust called as fiduciary relationship. In that, I trusted you with my property. So, I trusted with my property, just use the word, I have entrusted you with my property. The person handling over the property must have confidence in the recipient. Confidence means what? Must have trust in the recipient. I trusted you because of a fiduciary relationship. Maybe because you are an employee, maybe you have worked for so many years, you are my friend, you are my family member, you are like an agent, which obviously it is a legal responsibility. So I will trust you with my property, with my money. When I trusted you, the person has control over the property, over the money, over the property, and this power he has got by way of law, agent, principal, or maybe by way of a contract, okay, where I have kept a warehouse keeper, okay, or merely by a blood relation. Property include both movable and immovable property. Market is important. That when we are saying property, not a single time they have said immovable property. They have just used the word property. When they use the word property, means they mean that it is movable and immovable property, both are included, okay. So both are covered. So I can trust you with my movable or immovable property also. Sir, how in immovable property? Now in immovable property, for example, I have kept that you take care of my property all the rents will come, you collect the rent and give it to me. I trusted you. That rents you kept. The immovable property you sold some of the aspect and you did, or you sold the immovable property, taking the sign, etc. So all those things can come under criminal breach of trust. And then when he did it, obviously he did it for his own benefit. He has converted to his own use. Okay. If now one line they've said that if the accused is violates a contract without any mens rea, then it will not amount to criminal breach of trust. So civil matters will not come here. Mens rea is important. Now punishment for criminal breach of trust. Let's see. They've given you different punishments, different grades of punishment differing on the seriousness of the offense. So first one, punishment of the offense, general offense, you will get up to 5 years or fine or both. A person who commits criminal breach of trust can be punished up till 5 years. If punishment for carriers, warehouse keepers, wharfingers are those in the ship, okay, related to the sea. Okay, so I had trusted you with my cargo, for example, the ship cargo. Warehouse keeper is there, goods were kept. So for them, if they misappropriate, they will get a penalty of 7 years or fine or both. If it was given to a clerk, okay, let's say if government was there or there was in your office, it was done by a clerk or a servant or an employee, then they will get up to 7 years. And public servant doing a wrong, okay, so if there is a breach of trust by a government officer, now officers, police also is there, so we know that we trust the police, the department trusts the police. Now the police transferred some of the money of the accused of the robbery in his own pocket, so then he will get imprisonment very high, punishment for life imprisonment he can get, it may extend till 10 years also, or fine. So extremely heavy penalties have been given if a public officer, banker, merchant banker, broker, factor, agents are doing. Now we'll see a few case laws with respect to criminal breach of trust. This is a past exam question also they have asked on criminal breach of trust. So let's see, the first case that we are seeing is Bhaga Singh versus State of Punjab. In this, what happened is conviction for delay in depositing public funds. So he got convicted because he did a delay in depositing the public funds. If you remember the case of Harshad Mehta had money, he had to deposit it, but he deposited late. During that time, he used to invest in stock market. So what happens is, even if you do a delay in transferring it to the government, you can be guilty of criminal breach of trust because that you have kept for your own benefit, etc. What happened is a taxation clerk in the government collected the areas of tax from the taxpayers. So he collected the tax from the people. Then instead of directly depositing the funds, what did he do? He did not deposit for 5 months. Now in 5 months you can easily put in money market on interest. So it was held that he was guilty of criminal breach of trust. Now obviously IPC is removed and now we have section 316. Clear? Next, this was in IPC was the earlier law, earlier section has been given because it was an older case. Now we see in Bachchu Singh versus State of Haryana. Public servant is convicted for failing to remit the collected house tax. Same thing, he was a public servant, Gram Sachiv, okay. He collected rupees 648 from the people as house tax. Now it is his duty to remit it, okay, but he was duty bound to remit it to the government. He failed to deposit. So a public servant is already trusted. People trust him with giving him the tax. It is now earlier time they must be giving physically, manually. He did not deposit it. So it was held that he is guilty of criminal breach of trust. Next, if we see Girish Sahani versus State of Rajasthan. Same thing, public servant convicted for failing to record entrusted stationery. Now again, very simple. Now stationery nowadays, even if you rob maybe like a pen, any book, okay, any other stationery that comes, so many things comes in stationery aspects. So any of that, if you have kept it for your own use, it was your duty to give it. So it was held that he was guilty of criminal breach of trust. Guilty of criminal breach of trust. Next we see retrieving stolen property, which is under your next section, which is your section 317. Now once we know that you have kept the money with you, you've kept the goods with you, can the government recover it from that person, from the accused? Yes. So obviously the government can recover stolen property from the accused. Now when I say stolen property, now what do you mean by the term stolen property? Now stolen property means if you have taken from criminal breach of trust, you have got the property wrongly, or by theft you've got the property wrongly, or by robbery you've got it wrongly, or by extortion you've got it wrongly. Any way you have got it wrongly, the government can recover under section 317. So property whose possession has been transferred by theft, extortion, robbery, cheating, criminally misappropriated will all be classified as stolen property. So 4 things will be classified as stolen property. If the goods you have got by theft, by extortion, by robbery, by cheating, or by criminal misappropriation, in all these cases it will be treated as a stolen property. All these things are stolen property. It can be recovered from you. Okay, and it doesn't matter where the offense was committed, in India or outside India. So even outside India, if you've done a fraud and you've done stolen for property in another country, when you come into India, we can recover it from you, even if you have done the offense outside India under section 317. Okay, and one simple line they've said that, listen, if the stolen property is there, it ultimately comes back to the real owner. The real owner recovers it, then it will cease to be stolen property. So understand, if the property comes in possession of the person legally entitled, means the owner, then obviously it will cease to be stolen property. Means if my mobile, I find it and I get it, then obviously it is my property. It will no longer be called as stolen property. Okay, then government will not recover it because the real owner has got the property back. When we see the punishment, okay, punishment for stolen property or retaining stolen property, it is up to 3 years fine or both. When you have property has been recovered, punishment for receiving property from dacoity and gang of dacoits, life imprisonment can be given, 10 years can be given, up to 10 years can be given, or even fine can be levied. For a person who is habitual dealing in stolen property, punishment for habitual dealing in stolen property. So you are always a repeat offender. Okay, it was a repeat offender. Okay, then he can get life imprisonment, up to 10 years jail, or even fine. Next, when we see your punishment for assisting, now this is for a helper. So he is helping in crime. So a person who helps in crime is called as an accomplice or a assist. He is assisting in doing it. So even that guy gets a jail can be given to him also. It could be life imprisonment, up to 3 years, or both. Okay, so a person who is helping, he can also be punished under the criminal laws. The next very important offense which we are going to see is called as cheating. Cheating is given under section 318. 316 was breach of trust, criminal breach of trust. 317 was recovering stolen property, and 318 is about cheating. Sir, what is cheating? Very, very, very important to understand the concept. Let's understand what is cheating, okay? Now, okay, we're going to understand what is cheating. Now, first let's understand the meaning. Cheating is first given under section 318. Okay, 318 and 319 deals with the offense of cheating. Now, in most offenses related to property, the accused merely obtains possession of an item. Normally, if you just obtain possession of an item, like it might be called as theft, it might be called as any other robbery, everything where you get possession of the item. In cheating, what happens? The accused uses his mind to get possession by fooling you, but also becomes the owner of the property through deception. So you get the possession, become the owner by deception, and deception means fooling the person, okay, deceiving the person. Let's see. First, section 318. We are going to see and break down the definition, then I will explain the examples and all the other things, aspects related to it, okay? So let's see. The offense, whosoever by deceiving any other person. So the most important thing is you have to deceive the person. If the deception is not there, it cannot be cheating. For deception means what? You are creating a Ponzi scheme. Example of deceiving. Deceiving means a Ponzi scheme. In 21 days I will double the money. That's a deception. You believe, the person who is there believes that it is really going to happen. That's a deception. Second, a deceiving could be maybe you are deceiving with a counterfeit product, fake goods. I'm selling Adidas shoes, but in reality they are not the original Adidas. China does a lot of things like that. Cadbury, just by keeping the same amount of names. Glucose and Glucon D looked very similar. Package was same, color was same, font size was same. So what is the purpose trying to doing this? The main purpose is to deceive the buyer. So any person who fraudulently or dishonestly, you're inducing the other person to be deceived. You're fooling another innocent person and deliver another property. So then that person will give me the money, called as deliver another person. Get the consent of any other person, any other person shall to retain the property. Intentionally induces the person to do or not to do anything. I'm telling you, do something or not to do something. Okay, by inducing you, I get your consent to retain any property. I deliver any property to any person, all by deceiving you. Okay, let's take examples and close it. For example, if I am saying to deliver any property to you, so if I bring a fake goods and I say these are real diamonds, example I'll take of diamonds. So this is a real diamond. Or if I come with a product and I say this will make you bright in 3 days, you will become intelligent after this, you will become tall after having this, after this both your knees will be fine, after this you will be able to jump on the fly. Like there was a case in USA where there was a case was filed saying that Red Bull didn't give me wings. They said that Red Bull will give you wings. In abroad it was upheld that yes, it was amounting to cheating because you're fooling people. After putting Axe perfume, what happens? They prove that so many people will come behind you. So because of that belief, false belief that they create, some exaggerated marketing, you give your money, maybe you might deliver your money with them. Second, retain any property. Same example, if I tell I go for a home loan, I take a jewelry loan, gold loan, jewelry loan. I go to the lender, I go to the creditor, I say, you keep this is real diamonds. You keep it in real jewelry. So that person is retaining the money. This is also called as cheating or deceiving him. Or if I tell you to do something or to omit to do something. For example, I come saying that I am the I am the authorized dealer of Tesla, and I want you that I will give you a job in Tesla. You will get employed in USA. Okay, you will get employed in USA. You will get a good job package. I will do your visa. I will do the flight tickets. I will do everything. You go ahead, do these things, give me money and do these things. So this is also called as deception. Nowadays, cheats are everywhere. Okay, you go, there's exaggerated marketing. Anywhere on Instagram ads, you must have been cheated somewhere or the other. Very, very few honest people are left in today's world. Okay, so whenever this is being done, the person who would not have done or omitted if he had not been deceived, means the person is saying that, listen, if I would not be deceived, I would have not done all these things. Okay, such an act or omission is likely to cause damage or harm to the person's mind, body, or reputation. So obviously, to the innocent person, there will be harm of mind, body, reputation, etc. Then this act will be called as cheating. So for cheating, the most important thing is deceiving. I deceive a person and then induce them. Induce means what? I fool them, encourage them to deliver something or to retain something or to do something or to omit to do something. Okay? Then which they would not have done, which the person would not have done if they were not so deceived. Then it is called as cheating. Okay? Let's take an example. I had given you, there was a case of Special 26. Remember? There was Special 26. There was a movie where it was based on a real life example where TBZ jewelers, Tribhuvan Das, Bhimdas, Zaveri, there was a fake CBI raid on them. There was a fake CBI raid on them. They said that you deliver, all your goods are going to be confiscated. We are CBI officers. We are raiding this place. So they cheated everyone there to deliver them property. They amounted to cheating. Clear? Even when we see Ponzi schemes like this, I think you must have seen this many times. Okay, Ponzi schemes. Ponzi schemes which promise astronomical returns. In 21 days, double your money. You make 2, they will make 2. Then further, everybody will make 2 people, and then ultimately you will earn so much. These are all fake schemes. It is playing with the belief of people. Okay, that is, and nowadays there are scams with respect to crypto. That lot of crypto scams are going on, where they say that you invest so much in crypto, we will make your account and then you will get so much, 5% return per day will be given to you. So these are all fake Ponzi schemes. Now a person is trusting and then they give their money to you. Okay. Now we will see illustrations on cheating. In illustration of cheating, a person is falsely pretending to be a civil service and deceives Z to give him goods on credit. So he acts to be a fake police officer. You're a fake police officer and then he takes goods on credit. So this amounts to a cheating. Counterfeit branding, very simple. Misled the buyer. So if I put Abibas. Everything same. It looks similar to Adidas and you're selling the goods and the person believes that these are genuine products. Then it amounts to cheating. False sample representation. I show you one sample is one and when the goods come it is completely different. On television ads they might show you, or maybe this has been stopped a lot by Amazon and Flipkart. On the particular image it looks beautiful. Sample or image is beautiful, but the article, the ultimate article that comes to you does not correspond with the image or does not correspond with the sample, then it is said to be cheating. Payment with a fraudulent bill. So you give a bill for payment when he has no funds. So basically when you give a check, even a check, a bill of exchange, anything, when you know that you have no funds in your account, intentionally you give, this is also called as cheating. Fake diamonds, I give you an example. So what ultimately are the main ingredients of cheating? So in cheating there has to be deceiving the victim. When I say deceiving means what? The person, the victim, believes it to be true. The victim, okay, believes it to be true. You are making false and misleading statement which the victim is genuinely believing. Okay. Next, if you go to see fraudulent, dishonest inducement, so first deception is there, then I induce them. Now induce means what? I get an action. Inducement is like an action to deliver. Then I make them deliver property. Property means money is also covered, not only goods. Okay, and or to retain property. I say take these goods, I'm keeping on credit, you keep it with you. That is also cheating. Okay, next, and all these things are intentionally done. Could be to do something or not to do something. Very important line, which you would have not done if such deception was not there. Okay, if no deception, then victim would not have given. Okay, and this causes harm. To the person's mind, body, reputation and property. Now we'll see case laws on cheating. First, Irandaram, India Telecom versus Motorola and others. What was the main thing? Deception and inducement. So I deceive you to deliver certain property, to retain any property, to do any act, to not do any act, which you would have not done if the deception was not there. This is ultimately cheating. Now, non-disclosure of material facts amounts to cheating. For example, if I am selling my goods to you, okay, I am selling the goods and I don't tell to you that these are not fit for thing, which it's my duty to speak, where the material facts was not told. I cannot then say you should have seen before buying. So you induced, right? The deception or inducement was done, fooling was done. Then I believe when you do not disclose material facts, so non-disclosure of material facts amounts to misrepresentation, amounts to cheating. Let's see. See, non-disclosure of relevant information amounts to deception, is what they have told. The court held that deception is a necessary ingredient. Complainant must prove that inducement has caused by deception of the accused. Next, in M.N. Ojha and others versus Alok Kumar Shrivastava and others, wrongful retention of excise duty amounting to cheating if it was the dishonest intent. Now understand one thing. Here in this case, the accused, okay, withheld the amount owed to government and misled the authorities to believe that the duty has been remitted. So he made everyone believe that duty has been paid, when in reality they were non-duty paid goods. So they were non-duty paid goods. I told it is duty paid goods to the officers, and the officers believed. So it will amount to cheating. Why? Because first of all, there was a deception which they were believed that it was true. So accused intentionally retained the excise duty. He didn't pay only. He made them to feel that duty was paid. Okay, there were two warehouses, and he quickly made advantage, and instead of remitting the excise duty to the government, he kept it for his own use. So it amounts to cheating. Simple. Next, in TR Arya versus State of Punjab, negligence without dishonest intent does not constitute cheating. So if there is negligence but without dishonest intent, without mens rea, then it is not cheating. In cheating, mens rea is important. So mere negligence cannot amount to cheating. Then we see Kurialchan Chako versus State of Kerala. Running a unworkable money circulation scheme amounts to cheating. 21 days money double is a cheating. Next, if we see your Muhammad Ibrahim and others versus State of Bihar and others, bona fide belief in ownership is not cheating. Now pay attention. The person believed that he is the owner and he then sold the goods and took the money. He believed it to be true, but in reality later it came to know that he was not the owner. Can I be held guilty of cheating? Answer is no. Mens rea was only not there. I believed it to be the true. So the accused genuinely believed that the property belonged to him. Okay, Supreme Court held that the accused cannot be held of cheating as the essentials of cheating was not present. Next, if we go to see Shruti Enterprises versus State of Bihar, mere breach of contract is a civil dispute. Breach of contract is a civil matter. It cannot be treated as cheating. It will only be covered as cheating if you can prove that there was fraudulent intention. A breach of contract does not lead to a criminal case under section 316. Here it is 318 of the this was of the old act. Okay, IPC Act. It's an old case. Okay, that's why they've written. Otherwise, now we can put it will be of section 318 of the BNS Act. Clear? Now, if dishonest intention exists from the beginning, it amounts to cheating. So, if I made you enter into a contract knowing that I am going to do fraud from the very beginning, then it can amount to cheating. Punishment for cheating. Okay. General punishment is 3 years. If cheating with knowledge of wrongful loss, so you know that you will cause wrongful loss to someone, okay, then you can be punished up to 5 years of fine or both. If cheating leading to property transfer or security alteration, so I amount to transferring the property ownership or by shares has been sold, bought, etc. Then or the property has been disrupted now, then you will get a punishment up to 7 years. If the property has been damaged, altered, then it will be 7 years. One is impersonation. Impersonation means what? If you've seen this movie, this is Hrithik Roshan. He pretends to be the Queen of England and tells to deliver the diamond to him, the the crown. So this is called as impersonation. There is a separate penalty for it in the very next section, which is your section 319. So cheating by personation. Personation means what? You pretend to be another person. Nowadays with the deep fakes, okay, all those things, it is there. Celebrities' face are being morphed and they are made to make some video or their call. So on a call they will say, I'm Amitabh Bachchan from Kaun Banega Crorepati. So all those things is there. So what is it? You're trying to impersonate someone. So a person cheats to be impersonated if he pretends to be someone else, knowingly substitutes one person for the other, deep fakes. Okay, I with a mask, etc. So you have deep fakes. Nowadays you have marks. Falsely represent themselves to be another person who they are not. You pretend yourself to be authorized dealer. You pretend yourself to be Ambani's son. So the offense is committed regardless whether the person impersonated a real or a imaginary person. So even I can say that XYZ company is there, which is a fake company. I am the CEO of that company. So even if it's a imaginary creation also, it can be done, but you pretended to be someone else. I pretended to be the king of XYZ place. So then that can be cheating by personation, imprisonment of 5 years or fine or both. Example illustration we'll take. The person pretended to be a rich person, whereas they all were poor. I think there is a movie also, where Ranveer Singh is there. Ladies versus Ricky Bell. He pretends to be, another person, that is, and fakes his identity, etc. Is called as uh, commits cheating. Personation of a deceased person. Now the person is dead, but now you are pretending that you are that person and trying to take money. So this would mean that imagine if the grandfather is dead, but the grandchild comes in, makes a document saying that his grandchild's this, or he says that my grandchild has sent me, or any other deceased person. If you're trying to say that I am Ratan Tata, I am Dhirubhai Ambani, so in all these cases it could be called as impersonation of a person. Nowadays we have deep fake videos, could be of a person who's dead. A deep fake video can be made, so it would come under this section. In the next part we will see the offenses against property. Thank you. Okay, everyone, is the concept clear till here? Yes or no? Till here everyone, is the concept clear? Yes or no? Yes. So today we'll be doing this much. The balance part of the chapter we will cover in the next session. Do attend all the lectures. Okay, Maddie, great. Thank you so much. And it is my one request. I'm trying to reach out to all the students, especially if you're from the South India. I'm trying to reach out to you all because you all want lectures in English. Okay. So I would request you all to share the lectures, give a shout out in your study circle groups. Okay. It's the least I can expect from you all. Okay. So like the video and inform your friends also about the classes. That is it, guys. Do join the WhatsApp group. The link is given in the description. Well, Ram, nice to have you. Kathioli, happy. Okay, Maddie, great. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Fatima ma'am, very, very important. Okay. Tomorrow, Fatima ma'am is taking the lecture. Okay, I want you all to attend the lecture. Now, very, very important lecture Fatima ma'am is taking. So please send the notes in the paid group. Yeah, so I will, moment I finish the notes, making this entire chapter, I will share the notes so you all can nicely study from it. Tomorrow, Fatima ma'am is starting with one of the most important chapters in your CAFM, which is your issue of shares. Don't miss it and attend it. Okay. So Fatima ma'am is starting with your issue of shares tomorrow. Uh, Nandu, nice to have you. Okay. Tomorrow 10:30 a.m. Fatima ma'am is starting with CAFM subject. Okay, and most important chapter, which is your issue of shares. Okay, great. Let me know in the comment section if you have any doubts, any queries, you will want me to do something special. I'm hearing you out. You can do that. Let me know in the comment section if you need anything. Okay. And I'll also put out a shout out for Fatima ma'am tomorrow's lecture. Okay. Give me a minute. Just a sec, guys. Just a sec. Okay. Can you all see my screen now? Great. Looking into your messages, SBILL also I'll be taking. Is there any changes in SBEC subject? So SBILL I will be taking. Don't worry, all the changes, amendments. Right now we're taking from the biggest amendment that is there. That is your, your jurisprudence subject. All the three criminal laws, 25% of your syllabus has changed. So that is very important. Is it necessary to buy the modules from ICSI for new syllabus, or notes are enough? If you're my student, my notes are absolutely enough. I make it from the study material, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so if my notes are there, I'm right now making something called as a scanner, JT scanners, updating it, where all the answers and past exam question and answers will be there, so you all can study it. So you don't need to buy the new scanners if you're referring my notes. I cover everything. Now, small shout out for Fatima ma'am also. Hi students, are you looking for the CS executive lectures in English and that too live lectures? Then your wait is over. We at Jahangir Tutorials and Fatima ma'am is an all India rank holder. She's starting and she has already started with live lectures. Tomorrow on 8th Feb, Saturday 10:30 a.m. She's starting with one of the most important chapters, that is your issue of shares. That's the basis of your corporate accounting and financial management subject. So what do you need to do? Join the WhatsApp group. Tomorrow there will be a live lecture. Now sir, live lecture, will it be on YouTube? Some lectures we put on YouTube. This lecture will be a Zoom live lecture, where since it's a important subject, you will be able to ask questions to Fatima ma'am, solve sums with Fatima ma'am, solve the past exam questions with Fatima ma'am, doubts ask her directly. Now imagine, where would you get this opportunity to speak directly to a all India rank holder and who's teaching you, and that too we are doing it for all the students. So please go ahead, join the WhatsApp group. This is a Zoom ID and passcode. Tomorrow 10:30. All such lectures will be conducted on Zoom as well, so you can nicely talk and get mentored with a all India rank holder. Now Fatima ma'am's planning is the best, and she's guiding lot of students. Don't miss this opportunity and inform your friends as well, because many times students don't know only about the lectures being happened, etc. So it's my request to you, in your study groups, share this with your friends and attend the lecture as well. Take care guys, and we are also gearing up for the biggest marathon ever for June 2025 students. In the WhatsApp groups, you be there. This time we are going to cover everything in a fast-paced manner. So what are you waiting for? I will see you in the lectures. Fatima ma'am will see you in the lectures. Take care guys. Bye. Okay. Now, is there any questions? Anything? I am all in. If you all want to ask any questions, I'll be answering all your questions as well. Okay. So that is it guys. For the students who are regularly attending my lectures, commenting, giving all those nice comments, we need it. It's our fuel. It's our motivation. We know that we are reaching it out. It feels very, very good when we know that we could reach out to you. So for those students, I will be sharing the criminal law notes also to them. Okay. So that is it guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and share it in your study groups. Thank you. Bye.